Hey everybody, me Russ on the channel again, doing some more Ford tips today, talking about the 2013 C-Max. The C-Maxes went from, I don't know, 2012 to 2018. They phased them out, got rid of them. But they're a good little hybrid. Customer comes in with a electrical issue, right? And the main issue she came in for was that the vehicle wasn't locking and unlocking on the key fob, right? So not just that, but it would take a little bit longer to start, and at one point she did need a jump start. So she took it to a different shop, all right? And another part of the story, she had just had the battery replaced like a little over a year ago. So the battery shouldn't have been bad. Brings it into this shop, has this issue. They test the battery and they tell her it needs a BCM or a body control module, which is, long story short, that's what they told her, which is expensive. And then we would have to program it, right? So she just says, well, I have to go to Ford anyway. I'll just go to Ford. So she comes to the dealership with this problem. It comes into my bay, and I test the battery with my little $35, right, battery tester for the 12-volt battery. This is a hybrid, right? So let's keep that in mind. This is not like a regular car. So it has a 12-volt battery in the trunk, and then the hybrid electrical system up front. So when you start a hybrid, you put the key in, you turn the key, and it has to tell you, especially in 2013. Nowadays they have this like fake engine noise or something, like sounds like Star Trek or sounds like something out of R2-D2 or something. But back when 2013, when this car was made, they had to tell you that the car is running. It's like, oh, the car's running. All right, it's in gear. Put it in reverse. It rolls back. It rolls forward. It's like a golf cart. That's what it feels like. But the engine isn't running in it yet because it's running off the battery power of the electrical that is the drivetrain and all of that. Now the 12-volt battery is handling starting the engine when the engine needs to be started, and it's handling the interior of the vehicle. And it doesn't, like the alternator and all of that is just, the whole thing is just different, all right? So I put my little $35 charger on it, and it says charge and replace, right? And it was a little below 12 volts. So I asked them and said, how long has this been out there in the lot? And they said about a week, and it was pretty cold outside. So I thought, well, maybe it could have dropped below, So Master Tech rolls over this, the rotunda, right? This big, huge scan tool, basically. Hooking that up to test the battery, and lo and behold, after it scans the whole system and the battery and, doing all the things that this magical, wondrous machine does, it comes back and says, the battery's bad. And because she had just bought it like a little over a year ago, it was under warranty. So this other shop, and I'm not, saying that they're trying to rip her off or anything like that. They probably just didn't know. Like, they don't have this kind of technology that we have at the Ford dealership to go ahead and scan the battery and scan the vehicle and its whole electrical, complicated, technical stuff like we do. So these guys, that's how they diagnosed it. Not because they're evil or trying to rip people off. They just don't know. And I'm not always saying always take your car to the dealership. I'm not that guy. But, on something like this, it was really good that she took the car to the dealership because we replaced the battery and fixed the problem and didn't charge her a dime, So it was one of those cautionary tales, right? The dealership isn't always trying to rip you off. And so I just wanted to share that with you guys. And if anybody has a C-Max, maybe you don't even have to go to the dealership. You just test the battery. And if it keeps saying test and recharge, then you may just need to replace the battery. But that's an issue too, because if you take it to like an O'Reilly or an AutoZone and they test it, it's just different. What will usually happen is these hybrids can burn out a cell, and some test devices can detect that and some of them can't. So odds are, if you have this key issue where it's not always the body control module, odds are 9 times out of 10 it's not the BCM, but it could be the BCM too. But I think that it's usually misdiagnosed, and it's just the battery, possibly. Hit me up in the comments if you disagree or you know more than I do, because I'm fresh and new Ford tech guy. So thanks for watching. Thumbs up if this made sense or helped you in your life, or you've gained a bit of knowledge about hybrids and what maybe some of your friends who may have one of these are going through. Let me tell you something about the C-Max too. C-Max is a good little car. You know why I know? Because we don't get a lot of them in the shop. It's like like that Maytag repairman. I'm dating myself. It's like a Gen Xer thing or boomer thing or whatever, but lonely Maytag repairman. You know why he's lonely? Because the Maytags don't break down. So when you got a car that's not coming into, and they sold quite a bit of these cars. And this is the first one I've seen in the shop. Seen a lot of F1 somethings in and out, transit vans. Anyway, later. Thanks for watching. Thumbs up.
Don't forget to subscribe, and why not watch another video? Stick around.